Heat 2A was a fight for lanes with Terry Troxell in the Elam Plus, Dave Vilwalk in Miss Budweiser, and J.W. Myers in the U8 Lumar, battling for lanes on the race course with Myers getting the inside, Vilwalk settling into the middle in the Budweiser, and Terry Troxell outside in the Elam. A great start for Myers, but the boat speed and boat ride for Vilwalk gave him the lead coming out of the first turn. That's where he stayed, and that's the way they finished. Dave Vilwalk, J.W. Myers, and Terry Troxell, first, second, and third in Heat 2A. Mark Evans had a word with the winning driver.
Hey, Dave, I found out at the last minute you guys were fighting for lanes, you know. I thought you were signed, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, man, is Dave going to try to go for the inside, as rough as it is? You went ahead and got out there and made a great start, man.
Yeah, just try to get a good start and try to keep clean. It's going to be a race against the river here for a while, just to keep your body and boat intact and hope to make it to the final. So
that's right, because this river will bring your boat back in pieces sometimes, as you know.
Well,
again, Heat 2B, it was a battle for lanes, 4 boats with no lanes assigned, and Greg Hopp in the Marianne Travel, a bold move through the infield just before the 1-minute gun, secured the inside, taking it away from Ken Muscatel in Mr. Home Loan, who settled into lane 2. Steve David in the Madison community-owned Oh Boy Oberto was in lane 3, leaving Mike Weber to take the U10 Miss M-Core to the outside in lane 4. At the start, it was Steve David and the Oh Boy Oberto wiring it perfectly. A little bit of a lead there, which he built through the first turn. A marvelous first turn for the veteran from Lighthouse Point, Florida, and he parlayed that into a big lead and eventually a victory here in Heat 2B. At the finish, it was Steve David and the Oh Boy Oberto, followed by Mike Weber in the U10 Miss M-Core, then Greg Hopp in the Marianne Travel, who got washed down in the first turn and had to recover. Ken Muscatel finishing 4th in the U25 Mr. Home Loan. Mark Evans had a word with the winner of Heat 2B.
Hey, Marky. Hey, great job. It's funny, you know, when you come from across the finish line first place, this crowd goes wild. We can hardly hear ourselves up there. Great job.
It's got to be something to do with the Madison and Miss Madison and Oh Boy Oberto, I think. It's a beef jerky town and the Miss Madison boat.
No, it's a great ride, though. Your boat looks sweet. How's it riding, and how's the water conditions?
Oh, man, it's awesome. What an awesome crew. You got Eric Bell and his guys, and then Larry and Mike Hansen come in. And, I mean, they're the ones that made the setup for this heat. He comes about 5 minutes before, and he goes, here's what I did, go for it.
All right. It's great to have someone like that on your side.
Oh, man, it's like having Einstein dialing in the boat for me. I just get to be to loosen up behind the wheel.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
Drivers' head restraints have been a big story in motorsports over the last couple of seasons. They are now mandatory in unlimited racing. Here's more from Mark Evans.
All right, last year in Detroit, I had a bad blowover, and it actually broke my neck, my back here. And so since then, they've got a rule now that we have to have a head restraint, similar to the Hans. I'm down here with Dr. Ken Muscatel, and he's got a device on that keeps his head on his shoulders.
Which is a good place for it. I had a variation of this kind of device in my last 2 wrecks, and it really helped my head.
And that was from Security Race Products?
Security Race Products, and that was and now this is what's called a Hutchins device. It clips around the legs, it clips around the midsection. This clips to the helmets, where you can see right there. And then this goes between your legs and clips to your seat belt. And as a result, you have a full body transfer of the load, keeps your helmet straight, keeps your neck safe.
The Budweiser scoreboard after the running of heats 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B. It looks like this. And remember, only the top 4 will be in the front row of the winner-take-all final with a shot at the championship, which in this case is the World Championship as proclaimed by the Union International Motonautique, the UIM, and the APBA, the American Powerboat Association. More unlimited hydroplane racing from Madison, Indiana on Speed right after this. 1 set of heats remaining, 1 last chance to score a coveted spot in the front row of the winner-take-all final. This is the way they line up for Heat 3A. J.W. Myers settles into lane 2. Steve David appears to have lane 3 in the Oh Boy Oberto. Dave Vilwalk ends up way on the outside. Hard to believe that that's where he wanted to be.
Yeah, but I guess he's just being a little bit wise today and just seeing he got around the outside well in the heats before, so I think he's counting on getting through the turn well and getting out.
So you have Terry Troxell at the 35-second point on the inside in the Elam, the bright orange boat, a veteran of many, many years of racing in all classes. J.W. Myers in his first complete season in an unlimited hydroplane will be right beside him in lane 2. And now, Mark, it's all about timing as they turn down to start finish. You cannot arrive before the clock ticks down to 0-0.
No, that's a bad penalty. You jump the gun and get a lap penalty. The race is over. But here we go, man. 15 seconds. You better be mashing the gas right now.
And Steve David is doing so out in lane 3. He's leading the field right now with Vilwalk charging hard on his outside. 3, 2, 1, mark. It's a good start, and it's Vilwalk and Steve David, the leaders, on the outside, but the boats on the inside have a little bit of an advantage. Watch from our O'Douls high in the sky as they go into the turn. The boats on the outside have the boat speed. The boats on the inside have a little shorter race course, and look at that. All 4 of them side by side as they come out of the turn.
That was a great turn, man. They were pretty good, but Lumar got a little bit washed down. Is he still there? Is he right outside the Elam?
He's got to be. I don't see him floating from the sideline here. We can't see him. But yeah, he's right in the rooster tail. Now it's the Budweiser out ahead by half a rooster tail, but Steve David on the inside will try to stick his nose up in there and use the shorter way around turn 2.
Steve David, the Alberto, is keeping in there. If Dave gives him room, he should get around this corner clean and keep up with him on second place.
Now watch the boat on the inside. Does he have water? They all get crabbed up a little bit down there and slow down, Mark, but he appeared to come through okay.
Yeah, Dave gave him lots of room. Dave and the Budweiser gave Steve David and the Alberto lots of room, so he got through clean.
Steve David has had a great day so far. A win earlier, a second place here would probably put him in the front row in that final heat. Look at the race now as Budweiser comes across in first place and the Alberto second. The race for third and fourth, 2 fast boats running deck to deck. Oh, JW flying his boat.
He got light. He got over the other guy's wake, and that's what'll set you off. That's how I went in my head down in Detroit. So the guys just got to hang on to it and run that wing. Great race.
JW using the pedal and the front wing to try to fly as fast as Terry Troxel. Troxel appeared to have a little bit of an advantage as they came by us there. Now Vilwalk up the backstretch, a big lead over Steve David, but the Alberto having a great day.
He sure is. He's just hoping that patch on the bottom of these boat holds. That's the inside of the secondary, and it's a bad place to have a crack in your boat.
The Lumar, I believe, went dead in the water down to our right. The Troxel boat is all by itself on the backstretch, and we lost J.W. Myers. He lost power going into the first turn.
Yeah, it's just he might have got washed down a little bit, or when it upset the boat when he was flying it, sometimes that fuel control valve will sense that and shut the boat down. We'll have to check with him later and see what happens.
It's going to hurt him a lot not scoring points here, Mark. That might have cost him a spot in the final.
Man, that's the thing. It's key around here to have points to get to the final. So we'll check and see. Budweiser's got a long lead right there. Looking nice, riding nice. Dave's very pleased with the boat. Talked to him earlier today, and just a great boat ride.
End of lap 2. It's the Budweiser. Then the Miss Madison racing here as the Oh Boy Alberto, as it has for a couple of seasons with its brand new red and green paint job. Terry Troxel again settling back into third place in that bright orange Miss Elam Plus. Mark, it's one of those days there just might not be any way to beat Dave Vilwalk and Miss Budweiser.
Nah, he's looking good. Now look at JW, got his boat back up on plane, and the Alberto's just to his inside. He's got to kind of give Steve David room since he's a lap down, but something must have went wrong in the engine department, and he got her squared away.
Got it running again. Scoring fourth place points is better than scoring none. He did have a win earlier and another strong finish, so we'll have to see how this sorts out for him. Meanwhile, the checkered flag not much in doubt here as we come down to finish our third and final lap. It's Dave Vilwalk in Joe Little's Miss Budweiser. The second season for this team without Bernie Little, the patriarch of the team and the sport. Carrying on without him is Dave Vilwalk, coming down to take another in many, many checkered flags in what has been a great career. And they will again score 40 points for a first place finish, and they are in the front row of the final heat. We can tell you that without going to the calculator. Steve David may be there as well as he comes by in second place, scoring a lot of points and gets a big hand from the hometown crowd. The boat coming by now is not in third place. That's J.W. Myers. His boat settled into the water for one lap, so he's back one. Terry Troxel will come by now in the orange Elam, and he will take third place points. JW, meanwhile, will have an entire extra lap to run in order to score those very valuable fourth place points, and we'll have to see whether that's enough to get him into the final heat. Once again, it's Dave Vilwalk and Joe Little. Miss Budweiser, the winner of Heat 3A. Mark Evans on his way back to the Bud Pit. Welcome back to the Budweiser Madison Regatta World Championship here on the Ohio River in southern Indiana. Let's go down to Mark Evans with the Bud crew.
Coming in hot. Hi there.
Coming in hot, that's normal, huh? Hot and in first place, that's what counts, Joe. Hey, we were just talking on the restart. They kept asking me if Dave's going to go and try to get the inside lane. He went way outside. Looks like it worked for the better.
I tell you, it surprised me. They were jockeying around, and it's almost like they're toying with each other. You know that. You've done it yourself. And I tell you, to see him come on the outside and come out first, the boat ride is phenomenal.
That was a wide choice, looked like, on his part.
Yes, indeed.
Heat 3B, the last chance for 3 drivers to make the final heat. 2 of them with a shot. Greg Hopp in the U100 Marianne Travel and Mike Weber in the U10 M-Corps, each needing a win to put them into the final. Greg Hopp would get it. Mike Weber passed the score-up boy on the Kentucky side too early, meaning he had to circle through the infield and restart. That put him way behind at the start. Eventually, he was able to move up into second place, but that was not enough to put the U10 in the final. Greg Hopp cruising to an easy victory in the U100, and he will be one of the 4 boats in the final heat. Mark Evans had a word with Greg Hopp, the winner of Heat 3B.
All right. Good job, Greg. The Marianne Travel-In did well. Hey, was it that green wing you had on there? Helped out or what?
I think having the green wing on the left side just gave her some more performance, more aerodynamic, you know. Great to have Marianne Travel-In out in front. Buddy up there owns Marianne Travel-In. He's my buddy.
Yep, I spotted him earlier. I was hooping and hollering at him. He was glad to see out front. Great start, Greg.
Thank you.
The Union Internationale Moto Nautique on hand for the awarding of the World Championship Trophy, and that's coming up later in this program. Stay with us. We'll be right back in Madison. We are back in Madison with the field for the winner-take-all final heat in the water and about to leave the dock. We had a word with the drivers involved. Here's what they had to say. Dave Billwalk and Miss Budweiser have been assigned lane 4, and Dave, it's a long ways around the race course, but you've had success out there today.
We're just happy to be in the final. It's tough to make these finals here at Madison, and we tore the boat up pretty good, and we beat myself up a little bit, but we're going to go out and give it a good shot for all the fans that have supported us for the last 42 years. So we'll see what happens. We'll give it our best shot.
All right, J.W. Myers, we got her in the final. What are you going to do with it now, pal?
I'm going to do everything I can, man. It's going to be a rough go. You know, I got Dave outside of me. The 6 is faster down in lane 1, and I got Greg right inside of me, and it's just going to be, as Mark always says, mash the gas and turn left.
That's right. You're learning well, pal. Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
Mike Weber in the U10 Miss M-Corps. After a long, hard day on the Ohio River, you're a trailer boat. What can you do back there?
Try to survive. It's going to be rough and bumpy, and Terry and I have been joking around about it, but you know, it's the way the day worked out. We'll try and do the best we can, and then maybe something will happen. It'll sneak us up a little further in the lineup.
Steve David in the old boy Alberto's got lane 1.
Hey, any other race course, I'd love it. Here it's a bit of a challenge, but it's given to us. We'll make the best of it.
Greg Hopp in the U100 Miss Marianne Travel, front row of the final heat. Greg, doing a whole lot better than you were last year about this time.
Yeah, last year about this time I was sitting laid up in a chair, not knowing what the heck was going on or if I was even alive. So this is much better.
Does the red, white, and blue boat have a shot here in the final?
Well, you know, I like to think we do. We're going to get, you know, that one boat is awfully fast. I don't know how you're going to beat that boat, but we are inside of them. So we're going to give one heck of an effort to keep the Marianne Travel-In out in front.
Here in Madison, Indiana, on the banks of the Ohio River, we are about to crown the UIM APBA World Champion. That's one of the 2 trophies that will be presented to the winner of the first event here in the 2004 Budweiser APBA Unlimited Hydroplane Racing Series. When we come back to Madison right after this.